Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you? This video is made for the subject Industrial Automation Section 1. You are right now with me, Ikhwan Faris, which is going to help you to go through this video with all the agendas that we have set up. Before we start, I recommend you to go through into our reports first before coming back to this video, because this video is made to assist you to fully understand and to further explain to you how does our project works. If you already go through with our report, that's great. So we can proceed with our agendas, and we have 2 of them. First agenda is that I'm going to explain to you about the flow process and what it is our product design looks like. Second agenda is that I'm going to show you the PLC diagram, and we're going to do some simulation here and there like you always did in the class. And the third one is that we can show you the pneumatic diagrams, how does it look like, and so on and so forth. So let's continue with our first agenda. So I believe you already have seen this diagram in our report, which means that you already read this description, but maybe you don't have the idea on how this product works. So I'm going to explain to you about the flow. So first of all, the cans will be put in this machine right through this loading bay. You can put as much cans as you want, as long as this loading bay can still contain it. Okay, and you notice there's a door over here, the entrance gate. So this entrance gate is normally closed, but it can be opened with a specific switch. And we also have this on and off button, which you always see in electronic devices, which makes the product run and stop. So first of all, if we push this button, this entrance gate will open, which makes the cans pass through this tube one by one. Yeah, keep in mind that this tube only let one can to pass through at any given moment, one by one. That's all. And this sensor, this L part, is the sensor which will count the cans until it reaches 50. So what happens until it reaches 50 is that this entrance gate will be closed, and all 50 cans will be put here, and after 5 seconds, this cylinder, this D part, gonna start to activate. What happens next is that this cylinder will gonna have to wait for 5 seconds. After this sensor have count all the 50 cans to pass this tube so that it can properly make its way into this compartment. And after 5 seconds, this cylinder will start to extend. And after it fully extend and it start to crash all the cans into cubic form, naturally it will goes back, and that process is called retraction. Okay, so while the cylinder retract, this entrance gate right here can start to open again, which can allow all these cans right here to pass through, and then the cycle repeats. So in short terms is that we put 50 cans here, we put cans here, all the 50 cans gonna pass through here. This door close, this cylinder start to move. After it crash the 50 cans into a cubic form, the cylinder gonna start to go back, and then this entrance gate gonna start to open again, and the cycle continues. The end product gonna look like this. So you might be wondering, how do we take out this cube from this compartment to this trolley? As you can see here, we have this G part. Okay, so this G part and H part, the door and the H, the trolley, is not controlled by any pneumatics or PLC means. Of course, we're gonna need some manpower, but it's not too much though. You know, they need like one person to open this section and let the cube pass through this area and goes into this trolley. And we can then take out this portable trolley and transport this cube to wherever we want. Let's look into our PLC diagram. So I'm gonna show you about the switches first. So this I10 and I14 is the on and off switch for this product. This is the normal switches that you always see in electronic devices. And we also have this I11. This is the sensor part where if one can pass through this sensor, which means that this switch is being pressed one time, which means one can equals to one time press of this switch. And we also have this I12 and I13. Both of these control the extension and retraction of the cylinders. And let me show you the pneumatic first. This is the pneumatic. As you can see, 1S1 and 1S2 gonna have to pass through this AND logic gate and makes its way into here so that this cylinder can extend. After it fully extends, 1S3 gonna activate, and what happens next is that 1S3 gonna make this cylinder to retract. After it fully retracts, it gonna hit 1S2, and then 1S2 activate. At the same time, we push 1S1, then that means that this cylinder will extend, retract for as many times as we want, as long as we don't press the off button just yet. So let's see. how does the PLC diagram works. So I'm gonna on this machine. As you can see, this machine is already on. So as you can see here, this sensor gonna detect 1 cans at any time given, and we already did this for 46 times, and we're gonna need 50 cans, right? So we're gonna have to press I11 for 4 more times. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right after this happen, the entrance gate will start to close, and then all the cans gonna go through the tube into the correction compartment. And what happens next is that this timer, we reset it to 5 seconds, will make the cylinder to work 5 seconds after this timer is on, and then the cylinder gonna extend. So after the cylinder extend, it's gonna crush all the cans into cubic form, right? And naturally it will goes back for its retraction, which it gonna start to activate switch I13. So now you can see it goes back, which means retract, and then we have this reset function, which makes the accumulator and the timer to go back to 0. And then we can start all over again. The entrance gate open, the cans passes through the tube, the 50 cans have already passed, and then the entrance gate close again, the cylinder start to move, crash the cans, then moving backward again. And that's all for PLC diagrams. And this is the pneumatics. It's just a simple pneumatics like I've shown you before. So that's all for our product. I hope you fully understand about the design of our tin crusher. Thank you for your time.